best friends.
Yeah, so
we just razz around the world in the back of the van, having laughs and just chilling,
being unhinged.
Yeah.
being really unhinged. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yo!
like South Park with none of the nuance, I suppose. No, I'm only messing. No, more like the Ninja Turtles, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Say that, yeah.
Yeah.
With just as much pizza, just as much sewer dwelling.
This song is about racial injustice in the hands of the police. Listen, you're either black, white, or blue. London, step forward, wake the fuck up.
Who's who? I reckon he's Donatello.
Why?
Because you're the smart one that's getting all the shit sorted out.
You're Leonardo, I reckon.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're Raphael.
Yeah, that tracks.
What, you're Michelangelo.
Must be. Must be.
Oh, look how this worked out.
I don't even remember who's the best.
So who's going to be your Splinter though? Is there a Splinter?
He's
old enough to
yeah.
Splinter's currently holed up in a cabin somewhere in the north of the Czech Republic.
Oh, I'm talking about Thomas.
Yeah, Splinter's probably our booking agent.
Yeah.
He arrives every now and then, tells us where we need to be, what we need to do, and then disappears again, and just lets us fight crime.
And play riffs.
Oh yeah, play riffs.
Is a mix of a lot of different hardcore influence over the years, I guess. Like a lot of hardcore punk and like fast punk mixed with a lot of
power violence and stuff.
Yeah,
there's elements of like death metal and beatdown thrown in there, like just randomly as well.
It's just chaotic.
Yeah, it's just a big mishmash of different hardcore styles, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm drawn to it for like the power violence and fastcore aspects of it because I'm not too mad on a lot of like more beat downy stuff. I mean, my heavy stuff that I find really heavy is stuff like Thou and Full of Hell, but I think we can throw some kind of sludgy bits in it here and there. At least to my ears, I think we do.
Yeah,
I think we sound pretty gnarly. Like, I do.
Oh, really? Michelangelo said we sounded gnarly.
It's definitely progressed a lot, even since like the albums have been released. When me and Charlie have come into the fold, we've sort of found a different way of playing things, found a different feel for stuff. So it's changed the vibe of the music a lot as well. I think this particular quartet.
It's played very hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
We just play very energetically, I guess, and that's what we like to do. We turn up and put on a show, you know.
Yeah, a lot of our favourite music is like 90s grunge and everything as well. Like we're all really keen on it, so it's still really important to me to, even if a song is 90 seconds long or less, there's still like hooks and points that people can latch onto.
I think this music always is being close to home, especially for me as the lyric writer for this band, but I know that like Charlie in his own band writes lyrics as well, and we all have like experience like writing and what we want to put into this, and usually this kind of music always comes from stuff you want to shout about, I guess, you know. It's always like themes and topics of stuff that we can put that energy into, you know, like leave it on stage kind of thing. So like
We all hold down pretty straight and narrow jobs in between all of it, and shit's hard for people trying to get by and just make some kind of living whilst they use what little free time they have to go and play. So yeah, we have lyrics that do address like the difficulties of just living through day-to-day life. Not that I'm trying to do the bloody Monty Python I've had it rougher than you shit at all. It's not what I'm getting at by it, but it's just all of us collectively. I mean, we've all at least been touring and that shit for, I'd say, at least 10 years, probably even more.
Yeah.
So
Easily.
we've been around the block a bunch of times now, and we all know that we're going to go away and probably not come back with a bunch of coin or whatever. But so long as we can get around and like play music that we really enjoy, to
the
a
people
crowd
connect
that dig.
with. I think it's that's it. People connect with the music, and that's what matters to us. Like,
And accessibility is really important as well. I always want to have someone feel like they can do what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, there's an amount of talent here, but also talent isn't mutually exclusive with like just getting shit done. It's like, as long as you have like discipline and you can get your friends together and like work at something, you can just get in a van and go and do it. We don't have any real trick to it at all, do we?
It's a miracle.
Yeah, we got no inside track or anything.
There's no secret sauce. There's no secret spice. It kind of just happens.
Yeah,
and we just happen alongside it.
And, we're all like me and Nate are like in our mid to late 30s now and are still doing it and still happy to do it. It's no drag or anything. And
I don't see a time where I want to stop.
Yeah.
I feel like it's cathartic for me. Like, it's important. And basically, it doesn't matter who turns up. There's people that turn up and they connect with it, and it's like that just keeps you going.
Again, like an accessibility thing, it's like, it's not like, we're not on there standing there like rock stars. I might pull a fucking rock pose here and there, but it's not like
we moonlight as rock.
Just because you enter your classic patented heads down no nonsense boogie mode doesn't mean that people can't do it with you. But I think playing those smaller stages and having people right in your face is so important, because it gives you that aspect of community and togetherness that the larger shows just don't provide us anymore, especially like now that like No Barrier shows, for example, are like a special thing to happen. Like it sort of takes it away a little bit. So I like the fact that we are face to face. Like when we do Europe, we play like loads of floor shows and stuff, but people are just dancing like
we get
in between all of
us.
We
play a lot of youth clubs like out in Germany as well. That's still a big thing there.
It's a big DIY scene that we seem to like tour around, and it's good because we feel like you really do meet the people that are into that community, and
especially given with like how fast places are shutting down here in the UK as well. It was like, I mean, like 20 years ago when I was like 15, 16, you would play a village hall when that was a common thing, but that stuff doesn't go on anymore. I do still have to go and paint someone's fucking house on Tuesday. So, like, next week I'm going to go watch your band Friday night. Like, that's what's important to me in all of this, is like making sure everything's like a circle that's like constantly feeding back on itself, rather than everyone being like, oh, they're doing that and they're going to do that again, and I'm like, well, you go do it while we're not doing it. or do it with us, play with us or whatever, like, I don't know, community and all that is like way more important than trying to be individualistic or be at the top of a pack or something.
I'm a completely different person on that stage, and as soon as I go back into daily life, and like, because of where I work, I get a lot of people asking me like how I've been when I'm on tour, because I work in a bar, and I know all of my customers inside and out, like, and they always ask me how I've been, and I'm like, yeah, I was great until I came back.
Yeah, you always.
Because it's just I don't want to relive my highs whilst I'm sitting through my lows. You know what I mean? Like.
Bittersweet, I think, as well. At the same time, it's quite tiring as we get older. Like, you know, you travel out to do, and you work the whole day ready for like half an hour set. You know, you're just focused on everything revolves around that short burst of work, and it's like I said, for me personally, the catharsis I find in it is great, and it is strange going back to just normal day-to-day life where you don't really pursue it, but I think it pushes me to want to pursue more creativity, you know.
Well, I think one person's playing a gig is another person's playing fucking five-a-side that week.
Yeah, definitely.
Or going out for a curry with the lads or something or whatever. It's like everyone needs to have something to look forward to that week, whilst maybe their job's getting them down or their personal circumstances are. You know, I try not to pedestal creative pursuits too much, because ultimately you might end up disappointing yourself if they don't go a certain way or whatever. So it's like I'd much rather have the relationship of treating it like the fucking footy or something.
Yeah.
Mind you, I've got some friends that get very upset with their football team, so I might be defeating my own point there, but I think you guys are picking up what we're putting down.
I think it's catharsis. I think it's a release, because I go to a lot of these shows and I don't like join in very often, but when I do, I just sort of find myself a little bit lighter for a couple of minutes, you know. Like, and I do think it's very much cathartic, because the music brings a sense of, you know, aggression. So the dancing obviously will sort of follow that, and it's like, you know, every now and then you might get that one person who's going around just punching people in the crowd, which, you know, let them deal with it however they want, because they will. But yeah, I think, like, even when you see just people swinging their arms and, like, you know, they might nail a person behind them by accident, it's like everyone shakes hands and makes up at the end of the day. Like, I do think it is very much the same as how we feel when we play it, which is you sort of get this sense of, for a couple of minutes, you're just letting loose, you know.
I can't really think of another scene apart from like the rave culture and free parties from the 90s where it was self-policing. It's like it doesn't need. I understand why it needs bodyguards at something like Outbreak, because I work in the events industry from time to time, and I know that venues that big need those kind of measures in place. So, you know, if people want to bitch about that, not knowing about logistics putting on an event that size, and that's their thing to do. But again, it's a self-policing thing. I mean, me personally, I'm not going to run around trying to sock people, but who am I to say if that's what people want to spend their time doing? Because then that then makes me a cop.
Dancing is expression, isn't it? Like, there is, I think you see the phrases like support violent dancing, and I think there is the fine line where it's something that's targeted, I think, and other things where it's just innocent, like, you know, people enter a pit knowing that they're basically signing a non-verbal waiver by being like, look, I'm gonna swing my limbs, you swing your limbs, someone's gonna get hit.
Well, at Outbreak Festival, if you want to go into the front section, you literally have to sign a waiver to say you know what you're getting into.
Really?
I think
License the mosh.
we've seen
Next album name.
It's really exciting for me when there's people that show energy towards, like, you know, the music, and they start moshing in whatever way they seem fit. We've seen some like crazy pits before where it is like it can like turn somewhat violent and stuff, but again, it seems to always be between consenting willing people that want to actually like throw down that hard. So
I can count on one hand one time you told some people to chill out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, was that Madball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, that
And
was
that's
like
a crossover of crowds. I think
yeah.
sometimes you get crossovers of crowds and they just don't get it. And I think it is there's a certain etiquette and respect that people should have. I think, you know, especially the people that choose to mosh.
Yeah.
I
Had like
don't
some of the
agree with-
beatdown crew at an old school New York hardcore show, and they started beefing with each other in the middle of a song.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm still never going to be the person that agrees with just randomly fucking smacking someone.
Yeah,
in the
no,
face. Like, I just think it's so pointless. Like, there's an area, there's a time and a place. But you know, I do love to see when we start giving energy and the crowd gives energy back. It's really exciting. Go to one show and it could be stale, and you could play another show and it could be chaos. Like I think, especially in the homes, like when we first started really playing shows after lockdown, like Nate and I in the original lineup, yeah, there was quite a lot. We were putting on quite a lot of our own shows and putting lineups on, and it was a good little like community, I guess, of like Manchester hardcore heads at the time, and yeah, we had some really good. We've had some good response over the years, but it's not consistently all the time. Do you know what I mean? We can go and play a sick festival like we Break Down the Walls last year in Germany, and it's like if we land. What I think is good about us and where we're at now, like how professionally like we can play live, is that you could throw us on a festival bill and we can play a set, and like if people are down to throw down a mosh, then they just start doing it.
Because
like,
we have a sort of catering aspect to the set at the moment as well. It's like we played a beatdown festival in Germany last week, so we cut a few of the punkier songs and added in more of the like heavier, slower ones, just because it's the good thing about having so many different styles of music is you can sort of be a bit of a chameleon on different bills.
You know, like chop and change shit.
Yeah.
It makes you a better band when you're
Yeah.
playing to people you don't know. When it is the four of you
yeah.
in a spot where you don't know anyone, you know it's not you against the world, but it's very much like, it's like, right, we're here doing this, and all we've got is just the four of us to rely on each other to turn up and deliver.
It feels like you're starting. It feels like it's your first gig all over again. Like you have to prove yourself. You've got 30 minutes to make them, to get them on side. Like
Yeah.
and I do really. You don't realise how much you appreciate that until you don't have to do it anymore. Like,
Yeah, and I think since me and Sladen joined the group, we're basically a touring band now. It's not a local band thing anymore, which I think it's certainly been to our benefit. It's thrown us, you know, I think we've only done 2 Manchester shows, haven't we?
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3 definitely.
Against maybe 20, 30 plus shows away now, and that's the way I prefer it. And I think all 4 of us have agreed that we would much rather throw all our time and resources and efforts into just touring now rather than doing one-offs, because it just we're sat aside more socially, creatively, in the pursuit of it when it is that, rather than just being like, oh, I've done 1 gig and now I've got to go back to work tomorrow.
This next tune is called Cowards. It goes out to Israel and how much I fucking hate it. Free fucking Palestine. We're in a room full of people that feel that way anyway. But tell your co-workers and tell the people around you, we ain't about that shit. None of us ever have been. Fuck them. Cowards.
This music is a great platform for us as musicians to talk about things that are important to us, you know. And like again, that's exactly why we do it, and I think that's why people do get behind the energy. We have a habit of telling everybody what the song's about before we kick into it, and it's just like, because there are so many topics and subjects to cover, and there's a lot of important things that need to get said, you know. And I think we all really, I'm blessed to be in a band with some really good-minded people, you know, who all share the same morals, and like we all do this for the same kind of reason. So.
You're just another worthless number.
Every market at the moment, whether it's hardcore or, you know, even just like content creation, anything like that, there is such a huge oversaturation. It is important to put your own stamp on it, and instead of trying to emulate something that you've seen or emulate something that you've heard, I mean, it's fine to take elements from it, but you need to make it your own, I think, because that is the problem with playing with as many bands as you do touring, is you see a lot of parallels with stuff.
I think you just need passion for what you're doing. If you've got passion in what it is and it brings you joy, then pursue it with all your heart, you know, and just don't. I think it's easy to get tired and like feel defeated doing stuff, but it only stops when you choose to stop. So just don't fucking stop.
And don't let the statistics of it get you down.
Don't let the bastards.
And I'm very bad for that. When I was doing my own band, I was terrible for like checking monthly listeners and plays and everything. And it's like just. I urge anyone not to get their head buried in statistics and data.
Stay true to yourself.
Like just without sounding too flowery, like follow your fucking gut and your heart rather than just a fucking computer screen that's telling you how many people didn't listen to you that way.
If one, like again, if you create a piece about and one person appreciates it, you know.
Why would you want to
Yeah, and keep it with a community mindset as well. Don't be individualistic. It's like a rising tide does raise all the ships. So like fucking help each other out constantly.
Well, a rising tide does raise all the
I can't take credit for that. My friend Harry from God Complex told me that one. So
yeah, no, it's one of them as well. Like if what you're doing people are responding to but you're not into it, there's no point in doing it. If you're just doing it to get other people into it, there's no point. You do it because you want to.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at the game, baby.
There'll be some missing frequency where people don't get on board with it. Everyone can see through something if you're not believing it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm sure there's a study in that.
What
somewhere.
still carries us. Like we're all so into this because we do it because we want to have fun doing it, you know. And if people connect with that, that's great. Like, but we'll still turn up here and just put our all into it, no matter what. Anyway.
At the end of the day, we're just getting on and rock and roll, isn't it? like a hardcore status quo, baby.
Yeah, I like it.